Thank you everyone joining me this afternoon in either case. We're going to be going into the games in a little bit once they kick off in about 10 minutes time. We've just got the table up at the moment, so if you have a look, Chelsea are top of the table, Man City second. We're focusing on the relegation battle today. We've got someone in the chat asking me, IMR Ward is asking thoughts on the one sub. That's to do with the Birmingham City game. If you haven't seen the team sheet, they've only got one sub on the bench for this crucial game, which is Sophie Whitehouse, the goalkeeper. So it's going to be a bit more of a test for Birmingham City today than we expected. In terms of Bristol City, it looks like Elaman Mastrantonio is not even featured on the bench today. She's someone who, in my notes, has had a really good season for them. Let's go to those notes now then. Obviously, she's had a 79% pass completion for Bristol this season, their best out of the team. And to see her not out of this match, it's obviously might come back to haunt them, but it's a decision they've made, and we'll see how they get on. So, yeah, as the teams look like they're all coming out now, Brighton are out as well. Arsenal and Villa are out. Birmingham City yet to come up on my screen. Looks like they're running up slightly late. I don't think they'll kick off until all the teams are out, so we'll be fine for that one. Bristol City, of course, changed their manager back in January 15th after Tanya Oxtoby went on maternity leave. Matt Beard has picked up 10 points from the 11 matches he's managed since then. Tanya Oxtoby only picked up 2 points from her opening 10 matches, so that was a good change for Bristol City. They looked out of it. They looked no chance of getting survival today, but they've got it to the final day. A win today is what they need. Anything less than that, they're going down. Bristol's last away win was back in February of last year. That was against Birmingham City, so it's been a very long time since Bristol have won on the road. Brighton have won just four of their 10 home matches so far this season before today. And funny enough, they've had no home draws at all this season, which is quite an achievement. It's all or nothing when it comes to Brighton. So for Bristol fans, they're hoping it's going to be nothing today, but we'll see. Let's go on to the next game to talk about. We'll talk about the Villa game, then we'll talk about the Birmingham City game last. It's still not come up on my screen. I don't know why. We'll bear in the... please bear with us. We're having issues with the Birmingham City game. It could only happen, isn't it? Everything's going wrong at the Birmingham City this season so far. Unbelievable. Let's look at the Villa game then. So Marcus Bignoff, the former Birmingham City manager, took over at Aston Villa on the 25th of January this year. 7 points from 11 matches since he took over. Gemma Davis, the manager he replaced, who's been demoted of sorts to the coaching staff, picked up 7 points herself from the first 10 matches of this season. So it doesn't look like the Marcus Bignuts had an effect as much as Matt Beard has had on Bristol City. Arsenal won this match 4-0 in the corresponding fixture at Villa earlier this season. Viv Miedemar, Jordan Nobbs, Katie McCabe and Lisa Evans with the goals on that occasion. Ramona Petzelberger is the top scorer for Villa this season with 3 goals in 10 matches. She is on the bench today, which is another surprising one for them. Top assists is Emma Follis. She's been having a few injuries recently. She's got 3 assists in 15 matches. She missed key matches in April that could have turned this tide and made Villa safe before this situation occurred. But it does look like it's one of those where she might come on if they need to push for a goal. They look like they're going to be setting back a bit today for the points. The most creative player for Villa this season has been Shania Hales, Emma Follis and Mana Iwabuchi. All 3 of those are on the bench today, which goes to show that Villa are being very defensive in their attacking intent, well, lack of attacking intent today, which has been kind of their season really since Marcus came in. When they played against West Ham away, they didn't even try to score. They were just getting the point, and if they would have tried a bit harder to score, they might not be in this position today. But the Villa game has kicked off 20 seconds in. Brighton are yet to kick off on my screen. The Birmingham City game might have kicked off. It's just we've got technical difficulties at Damson Park, so we'll come back to that game as soon as we can. Hopefully they're kicked off in good time. Arsenal have won their last 8 league games on the spin. They've conceded just 1 goal in those 8 matches. Just 3 defeats in their last 40 home matches, and they've just the 1 defeat this season, which was a 2-1 defeat to Man City. Their top scorer, of course, the main player herself, Vivian Miedemar, 18 goals in 21 appearances. If Bristol lose, Villa are safe today. If Bristol win, Villa need at least a point with their superior goal difference to stay up. And the final game we're going to talk about before they all get way underway, the 2 games are kicked off. I'm assuming Birmingham City have kicked off, but there's still no pictures from that game, unfortunately. Brief notes on the Birmingham City game anyway. Carla Ward took over in the end of the summer 2020. She's got 14 points from 21 matches. It would have been 15 points but she was deducted 1 point for that independent tribunal for playing Rhoetia Littlejohn against Reading, which they eventually awarded the points to Reading in that occasion. Spurs, funnily enough, were awarded the corresponding fixture against these two teams early in the season due to another independent tribunal decision after Birmingham City couldn't field a team to play due to injuries and I think one case of COVID at the time. But Spurs would have been right in this relegation scrap had those points not being given to them, which is an interesting one. Bristol are on the attack early on in this game. They've had a shot blocked and they look like they're going to be pushing for this. Arsenal are going on the attack earlier in this one as well in the other fixture. The last league win for Birmingham City was all the way back in November, a 1-0 win over Villa. They've picked up draws since then, but they've not picked up a single league win since then, which is why they're kind of in this position. They had a good run where they picked up 3 wins in a very short amount of time, but since then it's all been difficult. Obviously, Rachel Causey left to go back to America, to I think Kansas City in January, which made a big difference. Obviously, she was a really big defensive part of that Birmingham City defence. She's the Scottish captain for a reason. And going back, we losing that stability, bringing in someone like Ruby Mace, who's got bags of potential, but she's still only very, very young, the Arsenal loanee. Still no picture from Birmingham City. This is diabolical. The FA need to do better. Whoever's in charge of the cameras need to do better here, because this is not on this big occasional day. Spurs, they last won a game though back in January with a 1-0 win over West Ham. So goals, they've been struggling for goals, especially in recent games. And if Spurs, as I said, Spurs hadn't been awarded those 3 points, they would have been on 14 points. They would have been right in this relegation scrap today. Still no pictures from the Birmingham City game. And Brighton have taken the lead. Bristol City are behind. I can't see who scored the goal there. The players are just surrounding each other with this goal. But it is 1-0 to Brighton. That is a massive goal in this relegation scrap early on. It was Maya Letitia, I'm being told, for the Brighton goal. A player who's had a really good season for Brighton this season. Like 8 minutes into the games, and Birmingham City still hasn't got the picture up. At the moment, it doesn't matter given that Brighton are ahead. But as I say, I don't know what the score is in the Birmingham City game. They kicked off 7 minutes ago. That's all the tweets so far. Oh, brilliant. Miedemar shrugs off Chloe Arthur. Tries to dart past Asmita Ayo. She wins the ball back. Vivian Miedemar into the box. Good tackle by Endow, and it goes out for a corner to Arsenal. Still no pictures from the Birmingham City game, unfortunately. I can't tell you what's going on, which is really frustrating because that's the main game I wanted to focus on, given that's my team today. I realise I haven't put my backlight on today. There you go. I don't think Hope Powell gets the credit she deserves at club level. Obviously, she left England and eventually got sacked in that. Oh, a chance for Arsenal! Oh, Vivian Miedemar, great save from Lisa Weiss. She effectively hit it straight at her, but it still needs to make the save, and it was a big chance there for Arsenal to take the early lead and put Villa into nervy territory, especially if Bristol City get a goal back. The Birmingham City game's still not up. It's certainly been a season to forget off the field for Birmingham City, given there's been so many stories in the papers this season about things behind the scenes at the club that have gone wrong. Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong at Birmingham City this season, and it's difficult as a fan to put into words how badly run it's been. But on the field, you can't fault. At times we've had like 14 players. Today we've got 12 players for a match that we have to get a point in. It's a situation you don't want to be in as a fan, to have to criticise the team that you support, but you have to sometimes when they're doing things that are wrong. But on the field, as I say, the players have given everything they can. They've ran their socks off. They've played. Some of them have had to play with injuries at times, and it's all built up to this situation that we're in now, where we have to get a point, which we're currently getting, stay up. Bristol City, they've really turned their season around when Oxtoby went on maternity leave. Rightly or wrongly, Matt Beard's done a better job to galvanise the team. It could be an instance where Tanya Oxtoby's been there so long now, a couple of seasons, where the players have just got too used to her training methods, and some of it just a fresh pair of eyes, a fresh way of training has brought the best out of Bristol City again to motivate them again. Bristol have put themselves in a situation where they could stay up, when earlier this season we said it wasn't going to be the case and they were definitely going to go down. So credit to them as how they've bounced back from that. And Villa is a really strange one, isn't it, really? Because they've picked up the same amount of points as they have done before and after they made the managerial change. And Villa just looks so negative now under Marcus Bignut. And I guess that helps that they've managed to pick up points where they might not have done earlier this season. But the attacking impetus that they had, even though they were losing games early on, the likes of Emma Follis, the likes of Diana Silva, the likes of Stein Larsen, the likes of, who have I missed? Shania Hales. All of those players have such attacking intent, and Jodie Hutton can play further forward as well. She's been moved back to left back recently, like this season, but she was an attacker when they were in the Championship. They've got such attacking ability in that team, and they're just the way they play is just so negative for me, and I want to see more from them, and I don't think we always see that, and it's a shame, because I think they're better than what they're showing, especially the way that I saw them in the Championship. They played some great football. Brighton. Chance. Oh, it's cleared away. Oh no, they're back on it. No one's closing it down. Shot at goal, defended well. Bristol City really under the cosh once again. The ball. Bristol City really need to wake up here, because they're throwing their chances away after getting to this situation where they could stay up. They just haven't got going. The Barclays official FAWSL Twitter has posted, "We apologise for the issues currently happening on the FA player for the match between Birmingham City and Tottenham Hotspur. Our team are looking into it now, and we will update you as soon as we know further." You've only just noticed that it's not working 35 minutes into the match. Absolute joke. Kim Little brings it down brilliantly, but her shot is saved well by Lisa Weiss at the near post. She takes it down on her chest and then hits it on the half volley. And it was a decent save in the end by Lisa Weiss. Will we see any of the Birmingham City game for the second half? I don't think so. I think we're going to have to wait till the second half to see any action. So as things stand, as we head towards half time, still no pictures from the Birmingham City game. Absolute shambles. 0-0 in that one. Arsenal still 0-0 against Aston Villa, and Brighton are ahead against Bristol City. Someone's taking the mick. I put big player for Master Antonio to be missing for Bristol City today, and they put, at least we have a subs bench on our game. That's very harsh. That is. It's not my fault they haven't got any subs. Also, not my fault that Birmingham City haven't got a live stream working. But there you go. There's finally picture from the Birmingham City game. I'm gonna have to turn the volume down now. It's really loud. Rachel Williams plays the ball to the left-hand side for Spurs, but it's cut out by Harriet Scott, who hits it long towards Claudia Walker, who beats the defender. Can she get round her? There's another one. There's another defender on the backtracking. Abby McManus, great shot across goal from Claudia Walker, but it goes wide. Brighton, deep inside Bristol City territory once again, plays it into the box. It's got to be a chance. Lee Goom, it's in. Brighton have made it 2-0, and that could be curtains for Bristol City now. The first shot is scuffed back across goal, but Lee Goom-min smashes it off the bar, bounces off the ground and back into the net. That's a massive goal, and that could be the final one that sends Bristol City down. And Bristol City have scored. It's 2-1. I was looking at the wrong screen at the time, and they're back in the game. They still need 2 goals. But that is a big goal for Bristol City. It was Abby Harrison, one of the subs who came off the bench. Big goal for her, and a big goal for her team. The ball's ricocheting in the Birmingham game in the box, though, at the moment. Birmingham City scramble the ball away. Our ball played in. Great save by Sophie Bagley in the Bristol game. Broadfield Stadium, it was another chance. Oh, and it's a goal for Spurs. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Kit Graham has just scored for Spurs. That changes everything. If Bristol City can get 2 goals now, Birmingham City would be the team going down. This is dramatic. It falls to Kit Graham on the edge of the box. He just puts it away in the bottom corner. It's a great finish. But where was the defence for that one? As it stands, the table will update shortly, but Aston Villa will go above Birmingham City in the table as things stand. We'll go back to the Brighton game, though. It's a free kick on Broadfield Stadium to Brighton on the edge of the area. Hits it well. Oh, it's deflected and it's gone in. 3-1 Brighton, and that's probably the game over now. Unfortunate deflection, I believe, from the wall, and it's gone the opposite side of the goal. Sophie Bagley has no chance, and that is probably the goal that sends down Bristol City. When your luck's not there, your luck's not there, and that is so unlucky. Birmingham City players gathering around Carla Ward, just try and get a few instructions ahead of the final push in this game. They've got 13 minutes to turn this around. They are currently one place above the relegation zone. Obviously, Bristol have to score 3 goals to make that relevant, but you don't want to be in a position where you have to rely on other results. You have to do it yourself. Good run here by Villa. Can they find Stein Larsen? She's onside. Chance for Villa. Good block there. Great last-ditch tackle by number 12 for Arsenal, as Stein Larsen had a chance to put Villa ahead against Arsenal. What a remarkable moment that would have been. And the time is almost up for Bristol City. Ebony Salmon, who's the furthest player back for Bristol City, apart from the keeper. That goes to show that they want someone quick if they get caught on the break here. 15 seconds left in the Bristol City game. And I think we can say safely now, unfortunately, Bristol City have been relegated to the Women's Championship. 12 points from their 22 games. It just wasn't enough. Matt Beard coming in just too late to save them. Bristol City, I think, will do well in the Championship next season. Ebony Salmon might leave because of this. Sophie Bagley might leave. But they've got quality players there who could, if they stay on, be capable of challenging for that Women's Championship title next season. I wish them the best of luck next season, as I wish they'd stayed up, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. They've gone down. But credit to Villa. Villa have done what they needed to do. They're the only team out of the relegation candidates who did what they needed to do today. They got the point. They guaranteed themselves safety. Birmingham City are losing to Tottenham. They're about to blow the final whistle in that one as well. They have done. Birmingham City lose on the final day. All the players are head in they're like holding their knees. They all think that they all think that they've not done enough, but they have done enough, but not in the way that they would wanted to. They've lost on the final day. And Aston Villa, contrast and emotions. They've picked up the point against Aston Villa Arsenal. They know they've done enough because they needed the point and they've done it. The subs have come off the bench. They're flying onto the pitch to celebrate with their teammates. They are staying up. Villa and Birmingham City are both staying up this season. Bristol City, unfortunately, are going down. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again for one of these at some point next season.